I'm Dawson Schmidt here with the latest stories and developments in this week's Commodity Roundup on Trader PhD. The USDA's June WASDE report offered little support for the grain markets on Thursday, with corn futures pushing to fresh contract lows after its release. For corn, the USDA trimmed ethanol demand by 25 million bushels, but offset that by a 25 million bushel increase in exports. Ending stocks were raised slightly to 2.145 billion bushels for the current 2025 and 26 season. The USDA increased the import forecast by 3 million bushels, leading to an increase in the carryout for the 2026 and 27 marketing year to 1.96 billion. The agency also boosted crop estimates for both Brazil and Argentina, helping push global corn stocks higher. On soybeans, ending stocks were left unchanged at 340 million bushels this year and 310 million bushels for next year. Lower export demand for the current season was offset by stronger crush demand. Globally, Argentina's soybean crop was raised to 50 million metric tons. Large global supplies did keep pressure on prices. Wheat had the most supportive changes. The USDA cut U.S. wheat production for the hard red winter wheat crop. That led to all wheat production forecast to be lower by 18 million bushels to 1.543 billion. With no other changes, the ending stocks forecast for the 2026-27 season was reduced by that 18 million bushels to 744 million. That's 20% below the previous season. U.S. soybean meal exports hit another monthly record in April. Data from the U.S. Census Bureau this week showed that shipments totaled 1.56 million metric tons during the month. That was up 17% from the same period last year. Cumulative exports for the current season rose to 10.76 million metric tons, running 10% ahead of the same time for last year and at a record pace. U.S. soybean meal prices have been able to trade at a premium due to stronger demand. South American supplies are trading at a large discount compared to the U.S. Slower exports for Argentina allowed U.S. exporters to capture more market share this season. Argentina's soybean harvest is nearly complete, which could give the way for higher soybean meal exports moving forward. 6 cases of New World screwworm have now been confirmed in the United States since last week. Active cases include 4 confirmed infections in cattle in Texas, as well as 1 goat. A dog was also found infected in New Mexico this week. The USDA said it's dispersing sterile flies across affected areas and recalibrating release zones as detections change. The outbreak has already prompted some restrictions. Oklahoma, Missouri, and Georgia have imposed permitting and inspection requirements for some livestock shipments. Canada has blocked shipments that have been in Texas within the previous 21 days. The U.S., meanwhile, has halted exports of cattle, dogs, and other animals to Mexico. Officials are heavily emphasizing that screwworm is not a food safety issue. The larvae only infest living tissue, and infected animals are screened long before entering the food supply chain. Because the meat supply itself is safe, consumer demand for beef is expected to remain robust, keeping the demand side of the market strong. Producers are urged to remain vigilant and closely monitor their animals for signs of infestation. Thanks for watching. I'm Dawson Schmidt, and this has been Trader PhD.